Hi, welcome to the Swift tutorial. Today we're going to look at how to add a web view to your iOS project. To get started, let's use Xcode and create a new project. Choose a single view application. Let's give it a name. How about web view? And then choose Swift as the language, of course, and then iPhone as our device. Choose create, give it a location. Let's choose just portrait for our device orientation. And we'll go into the storyboard, take a look at the view, click up here on the view. Let's make the size 4" and portrait so it looks like a nice new shiny iPhone. First thing we're going to do, actually the only object that we're going to add to this control is a web view. So search for web view in your object library, drag the web view onto your view, and that's it. We'll leave a little space up at the top for the phone status bar. And then we're going to hide utilities and add the standard editor. What we'd like to do first is add an outlet so that we have a variable to communicate with. So we're going to click on our web view, control drag over to the view controller file, drop it, and then we're going to give this a name. Let's call it Webby. So this gives us a name, Webby, that's associated with this web view. And you can see how they're connected if we arrow over top of the outlet. We're going to write a little function. Let's call it load web page. And this is only going to consist of 3 lines. What we'd like to do is create a constant. We'll say let the request URL equal an NS URL, and this is going to be a string, and let's call it the URL. We haven't defined the URL yet, so let's do that. We have to think of what cool website we would want our web view to take us to. So create a variable, and we'll call it the URL, and we'll set it to a popular internet website, twig.lssu.edu. Now Xcode is happier about us using this variable. So what we need to do is create a request. So let's create the request. That's going to be equal to an NS URL request. This is a URL, and we're just going to take that URL from the previous line, the request URL. Lastly, we're going to take our Webby and load the request that we just made in the previous line. So that's it for our code for our function. So now we just need to call this function. So after the view loads, we'll make a call to this new function that we created called load the web page. And that's it for our project. So we'll hit Command R to run this, and we'll put our simulator to work. Okay, the simulator has loaded in, started running, and you can see the website twig.lssu.edu has loaded into our web view. So there's our app. It works just like a full functional browser at this point. I mean, I could click on a link here and move around through the web. So I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial on creating a web view with a Swift app. Thanks.